Hello. It has been 10 million years.
It has been 10 million years.
Can everybody hear the game? Can I hear the game?
I can hear the
It's very
tweedly tweets of the
quiet.
game.
Yeah, I think I can hear the tweedly tweets. Yeah, okay, I hear the game. I hear
I hear
music.
the game. And if I hear the game and you're hearing the game, then who's not hearing the
I'm
game?
gonna assume we're just gonna keep going. Hey, do you remember
Yep.
what happened?
Some fuck shit. Let's talk to Loop.
Yeah, let's talk to Luke. It's
Let's talk to
been.
Loop and ask her, or ask them, what the fuck is going on?
Has it
Where
been
are we at?
5 weeks? Has it been 6? I'm quiet. Okay, I did turn myself. Nope, that's the game output. Sorry. That's. Let me turn myself up. I turned myself down previously because I was like, I'm way too loud. But I guess not. Um, hopefully that's a little better.
Yeah.
Oh. I should talk to Isabeau first. I think that's the first
Wha-
time that's ever happened.
Wait, why?
The favor tree. You should talk to Isabeau first.
Oh, shit. Huh. Interesting. Yeah, you should.
Isabeau is
Um,
here, probably pondering what favor to ask the favor tree. Okay. This is not new.
yeah, it sure has been 6 weeks, huh?
Yeah.
I,
Okay. Strange.
yeah, we've been, yeah. Hey, Stardust, blah, 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 blah.
What should I do next?
What do you need help with?
Um, Me and the king kind of just screamed for a while, right? I remember that was a thing.
Yeah, you tried to say the name of
Yeah.
the place.
So do I need to find more about the king or the loops, I think. Right?
But, I mean, let's just ask all of these. I
Yeah,
mean, the king and the loops.
let's just let's how do we help everyone? Which one? I guess let's just start there.
Had a nice time talking with your housemaiden. So, she feels bad because she can't love people romantically, and she feels like she can't do what's needed of her as a housemaiden. She feels like she can't change the way that's asked of her, since she doesn't want to get in a relationship ever. Must be hard having a crisis of faith like this. Sounds like talking to you helped her, though. Talking to her didn't help you, but it made her stronger, which is all you can ask for, huh? Don't forget, if you want her to get that special skill again, you'll have to hang out with her once more. Or, well, you could do it and zone out the whole time if you wanted to. But that's cheating.
Do we want to keep doing the others or go back?
I think we kind of got this one.
Yeah. All right, then let's yeah. But you don't know it won't change anything. Oh.
It really won't.
So, do I really need to help them again?
Hmm. Do you want to help them again?
Yes, of course.
Well, you can help them again if you want, but you don't really need to. They'll do just fine without you, you know. Who do you think you are? Their savior? Silly. If you do help them, just zone out and fast forward to it if you get bored. And you'll still get a nice skill for them out of it. I pity them, though. I wonder if they think you're doing this out of obligation. Or worse, just because it makes your life easier.
Oh, I said I just need help in general. That's actually fun. I'm glad I clicked that by accident.
That's great. Okay,
Let's
find out
find
more
out
about
more
the
about the
king.
king. Do we need a
Need a
refresher?
refresher? What should I do now, maybe?
Yeah,
Start with
sure.
what should I do now? The king is from your country, the one no one can remember. Something happened in this country to make it disappear even in people's minds. And he wants to freeze Vogard in time to make sure that, in a twisted way, it'd never be forgotten. What a blinding idiot.
Lou, have to talk to him one last time. The king is trying to remember our country, trying to keep Vogard from meeting the same fate. He's deluded. He can't bring it back, but...
Bet you have to try. Just do whatever you want, Stardust. Have fun.
About the king. Alright.
Well,
I guess talk to him again. I guess do it again is what we do.
talk to him again, but we should find out about do the loops one also.
I agree. I need to know about the loops. What should I do now?
I don't know if there's anything you can do to find out more about the loops or not. Yeah, okay, so you just have to talk to the king again.
But you do have yeah, okay. Sure, yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
Go talk to him again.
Great. Let's go fight the king. Or I guess not, because we didn't actually fight the king last time.
Yeah.
No, I'm good. I'm good.
Alright. Here we go.
Here we go. Uh-oh. I heard there's a banana in my way.
Oh, I don't know if you have enough, though.
Ooh.
Do you have enough to warp back?
How do I check? I think... Oh, I remember this. Because I remember that we equipped a specific thing. Yup.
Yep.
Alright, well, I guess let's do all of their things quickly and then go through from the beginning?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I guess so. Let's do it. You know what? It'll be fun. We'll collect a whole bunch of stuff. We'll remember how the game works. We'll remember all the bosses and everything like that.
Yeah.
So while we do go through this, Claire, in the 5 weeks or 6 weeks or however long it's been, anything substantially changed for you?
Substantially changed. Well, I guess semester started again. I'm not in any classes, but I am teaching again.
Nice.
So, I have time now. Also, I got this shirt. I don't know if you could see it on the stream much, but you can see it in me.
It's a good one. It's a good one.
Yeah. I also have, let's see. I'm just gonna wait until it, zone out. I also have this guy.
Hell yeah.
Very
Hell
cute.
yeah. Love the layers to it.
Yeah, it has layers. So deep. So yeah, I got some of the items that they were selling, and I mean, I like them. So this game better not let me down.
Then you'll have bought merch for an indie game that isn't perfect.
I know. Can you imagine?
Can you imagine? We would have to cancel you and then burn you at the stake for this. I will come to your house. I will drag you out and burn you. Okay. Do you remember?
Rice.
Yes.
I'm pretty confident it's rice. Yeah.
It's rice.
And
now, how confident are you in this? Do you want me to check?
I think it's pineapples.
Do you want me to check?
Will you hate me if I'm wrong?
Listen, you're the one who has to go and restart.
And the last one is the only one we've picked. But which kind? It is...
Is it...
it's without cheese with potatoes. There we go. I remember. Of course I remember.
You're so good at this.
Yeah, I can remember 4
I'm not
things.
confident I would have remembered.
I feel like doing the action of like selecting at least helps me with muscle memory as well. So like, I have time, and then let's zone out. What about you? 5 weeks. Lot has happened to you.
Yeah. You know, most importantly, I now have every single Pokemon except for one. I've got all the
That's the most
Pokemon.
important thing that's
Yeah,
happened.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Most importantly,
Okay.
except for one Pokemon, I have every single form of every single Pokemon in existence that has ever been. Very excited, hoping that I'll get my last one, the Pokeball Pattern Pavilion, when
Mm.
Pokemon ZA comes out, because it's Kalos, and I'm hoping that that'll all go well. Anyways,
Mhm.
secondary in importance, I moved, and we
Like
are
every
now
single version you say. Sorry, I know
every
you were getting to the actual important thing.
yeah, no, everything. I mean, other than okay, the one thing I don't have, I've not embarked on yet. Mostly, I have most of them just from playing, but I just have not inputted the gender differences in my little thing yet.
Mm.
But every other variation on the every except for the gender level, I have every single form of every single Pokemon. It has been something I've been working on for like a year, and so
Mhm.
very cool,
Mhm.
very fun. Appreciate you for giving me some of those, and other folks for giving me some of those. So very exciting.
Some of
Also,
them that
yes,
I like didn't know I had
yeah, we were like,
until
you were
we
like, I think I have
accidentally
this
talked
one
about it.
thing, and then I was like, and then you were like, oh yeah, I also
I
have
have
these like
that
10
too,
things you
and that
desperately need
too.
and have no other way of getting.
The super
Uh,
rare event Pikachu's or whatever.
yeah, yeah, super rare Pikachu's and stuff.
Um,
Um,
so
God,
there was that. So congratulations on having like a 99.9% Pokedex or live
thank you.
dex.
It's killing me that I don't have the one, but it's fine. I will
Yeah.
soon.
You
You
know
know.
what? You have a better live dex than most other people in the world. So what about the
That's
other
true.
important thing that happened in
Yeah,
your life?
I moved.
Yeah.
Ash and I bought a condo, and we moved in, and we're like half unpacked, and yeah, we've been living here for a few weeks. We've had some time away because we went to a friend's wedding. Another thing that happened is two of my best friends who I've known for 10 years got married.
I've
Um,
known them for less time, but I did also go to this wedding.
yes, it was lovely. It was
It was
wonderful.
great. I liked
You
it.
drove us there. Appreciate that.
I did do that.
Um, and so we've been in and out a little bit. We tried to go on a camping trip with my parents. It didn't go well. Not because of my
Oh?
parents, but because of the weather. It
Because of
was
the
a torrential
canning?
downpour the whole
Mm.
time. It was like Vancouver hard rain. It was like
Okay.
Vancouver hard rain for 48 hours straight. And at one point, we were just like, can we go home? So we came home.
Oh my god.
And it gave us a little bit more time to unpack, which is what we've mostly been trying to do over the last few days.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and the past few weeks, I guess, is what we've been working on. So, yeah, it's good. We like the new place. It is quite warm in the summer. We've been attempting to use an air conditioner, but the one that my parents got us did not work, and then the one that that Ash's mom got us leaked all over the floor. So we have not been successful in cooling our home, but we have been successful in living in it now for a little while. I have a totally. My desk is basically the same. The setup is pretty much the same in a different room, though. Um, I'm now, yeah, just chilling, vibing. Um,
So you
yeah.
have your own office now?
My office is in the bedroom. My
Oh,
desk is
okay.
in the bedroom, and Ash's office is, um, outside. Is in not outside. Sorry, is in
It's
another
outside. It's
room.
on the balcony.
Yeah, it's just on the balcony. They're really connected to nature, so you know. But no, yeah, they have their own office, which is great because they work from home part of the time. And it's good. It's lovely. Less worries about background noise and all that. And I did finally find the stuff for my mic, which is nice. Um, and I'm not even using it. Why am I not using it?
You're
That's
not.
weird.
I didn't know if that was intentional or not.
No, that's better.
Oh, there we go. Oh, you're
Listen
like
to.
you sound like you just blasted off into space though.
Do I?
Oh, you sound way better now. There was just a
Okay.
moment where it sounded like you were coming in over the radio from orbit.
Coming in
Uh,
over the radio from orbit.
exactly.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah. Very exciting. I will briefly use my camera to show a view of the kind of sunset that we have now. I mean, it's not fully set yet, but I will. Here, let me see if I can briefly.
I am gonna be intentionally fighting a lot of monsters to get the dust or whatever it is.
Yeah. So, it's very urban. You can see this is a terrible shot, but you can see
I can
I'm in a very like
Oh yeah.
a more central area of a suburban area, and that's what I'm gonna say. I'm sure if someone is creepy enough, they could probably track my location using that skyline. I'm just gonna pretend that's not possible. Anyway, yeah, it's been good. The move itself went well. We pretty much, there's a lot of things that we were like, oh shit, did this get lost in the move? But we've managed to find it all. So that's good.
I mean,
Anyway, yeah.
That makes sense that it didn't get lost.
Yeah, it turns out we just kind of put it in whatever box we could find a lot of the time.
Yeah.
So,
That's
kind of what we ended up with.
how you
Anyway,
do
yeah.
it sometimes.
Yeah. All right. That's my updates, I guess.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because I'm not quite
everything.
done the other thing that I have.
The other thing.
Yeah. I've been working on a thing. I'll tell you.
Is it the thing that I know about?
Nope.
Oh. Okay.
I'll tell you about it later.
Okay.
I'll tell other people about it when it's out.
Got it. Yes. Yeah. That's exciting. It's not the game that we're playing.
It's not the game that we're playing. It's a smaller thing.
Oh, it's a smaller thing.
Mm-hmm.
All right, time to not die and get crushed by a rock. And
Yep.
Press the switch. Bleep. Wow. Let's go, everybody. I don't know if you saw, Armor Astir has a physical copy coming out on Kickstarter.
I did. I did not, in fact, hear about this. What? There's a. Hang on. What?
Yeah.
Huh. All right.
This is relevant because I ran a game with that system and I really liked it. But it didn't have a physical copy, and I would have really liked to, like, get one.
Oh, it's
to
launching
support.
soon. Okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
it like literally. I think it got announced like today or yesterday.
Hell yeah! Oh, can't wait for
timing.
this.
Yeah, beautiful cover. For all the gripes that I think all of us had, I still love the system. I think it introduced some fantastic things.
Yeah, I mean, I have minor beefs with every system I ever play, which I think
I'm a
is like.
vegetarian, so I can't have beef. Sorry, I'll never make any jokes like that again. It's my one vegetarian joke per lifetime.
Sure. But no, yeah, I have minor beefs with every system, which is why I design games, because I'm like, but then I even have beefs with my own system.
I can do it better.
I can do it better, and then I try, and I'm like, can I? But
yes,
yeah, but Armor Astir is fantastic. Is one of my favorite systems. Yeah, I think that it has a lot of benefits and good. I feel like the things that I had minor issues with in Armor Astir are all things that, like, I would just simply make up rules to deal with.
Yeah,
absolutely. And I could do that fairly easily.
Did.
I think we did, and like that's not too hard. And the things that are good about it are there's a lot of things that are really, really good about it.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah.
I don't know.
That's my
That's your
very
everything?
exciting news. That's my everything. That's my news.
Your everything. Oh fuck.
Let's see.
There we
What
go.
else? Any other news that I have? It's September, so work is hell. But that's
Yeah,
just
I can figure. Yeah.
yeah. School, I guess, has started up for you, and school has started up for me. Even though I'm
Yeah.
not in school, I somehow still
You're
am
still
hit with
like
September.
in school.
Yeah, I'm close enough to it that it affects me when September comes around. Yeah.
Let's see. I need scissors. Your turn. Give to Sif. I'm not gonna get this combo. Oh well. Please. No. All right. Thanks, Bonnie. Oh. Not quite. Oh. Thanks, Bonnie. Bonnie was like, I can do it. Don't underestimate me. Yeah, I wish I remembered what I did for 5 weeks. A lot. A lot happened. I'm sure. It's just like, who can remember these things?
Who can remember these things? Such a good point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I learned how to DJ slightly. I'm not like I'm not performing.
You're a pro DJ now?
Yeah, I'm a pro DJ now.
Wow.
No,
You're out there at the club
fuck.
DJing it up. Oh god. That's like
Wait.
the one you don't want to have
That's
die.
okay. It's okay. Everything's fine.
Oh right,
Go.
Jackpot.
Everything's fine. It's good. We're all good.
Oh, Jackpot doesn't heal her to full if she's down.
Fascinating. We have a health cap on what we heal with Jackpot. I think it is an obscene amount, so I don't think it really matters, but that's...
Well, I wonder if it's just like, if you're passed out, then you don't heal fully.
Let's continue. Oops. Oh well.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. Okay. Yeah. So, in my Pokemon journey, my journey of getting all the Pokemon, which is of course the most important thing that happens. I've gone back and played a bunch of older Pokemon games, and I've now kind of mixed together the kind of.
What's the best Pokemon game?
So
now that you've like replayed it.
In my extremely biased opinion, I don't think this is the way.
You don't think this is the way?
Maybe it is.
I'm gonna say.
Let's try.
Let's try.
I
think it is. This is only first floor.
Okay, yeah, we're good. Right, it's this one. Okay. After having played all of these,
we couldn't skip it before though, right?
Yeah, I don't know why. I think they may have just forgotten to add this
bad
counter. Speed in this zone. Speed it up.
Isabeau and Bonnie kick the counter too. You feel better. I think that was new.
I think that was new.
Anyways, they beat up the counter for Sif because Sif
loves
to run into counters.
That's an egg.
It's an egg. I'm also gonna get the vials. Sorry. Okay, so what's the best Pokemon?
In my completely unbiased opinion, of the games that I played, which in fairness was not all of them, was a lot of them. Pokemon Omega Ruby. Thank you. It's the best version of Hoenn, which is the best region. So therefore, no. I do think that in terms of like what was I having the most fun replaying, and part of that is going to be determined by like, oh, how soon did I revisit it and stuff like that. Which did I have the most fun playing through? Pokemon Omega Ruby. Partially because obviously I'm replaying this game I've played before. I don't mind if it's easy, you know?
Right.
And that game is easy. Like, that is, I think, a thing that Gen 6 gets a lot of flack for, which is true. the other thing that Gen 6 that Omega Ruby gets a lot of flack for is too much water, right? Is like the joke of that
Famous.
generation.
Oh, this is new, right?
This is new. Yep.
Sif, did something happen? What? What do you mean? Did you drink a special tonic or something? You seem well.
So graceful, right? I knew I wasn't imagining it. You're walking in a cool way, like a dancer or something. You usually feel like a tiny fennec fox, but now you feel more like a panther, right? But you feel more like a panther right now. And the way you defeated the last few sadnesses we've seen. That was impressive.
Whoa. It's time to get serious, you know?
It's time to get serious.
I will show the king my true power. I will show them all.
And then no one will ever make fun of me again for being barely taller than a preteen.
I'm the same height as you, Mira.
Oh.
Mirabelle looks at your heeled shoes, then at her flat boots.
Is that so?
Ha!
Youch. Yeah, Belle. Hit him where it hurts.
Youch. Are you really moving differently, though? Faster, more silently? Come to think of it, your family members do feel slower to you now. Clumsier. How long have you been in there compared to them? How long have you been in there compared to them? Did I misread that?
Just in the castle, I guess.
Oh, yeah, that's fair enough. That makes sense. Yeah.
I mean, I think it's great. It's the game commenting on how much of a higher level Sif is. I mean, look at their HP numbers.
Right. Right. Obnoxious. 811 versus the next highest. Next highest is
Now,
like
part of
600
that is
something.
Because you do have that. No, you don't even. Wait, do you not even
No,
have
I
that
took it
thing?
off. I took it off.
Yeah,
of
no,
Sif.
that's crazy.
Yeah.
Sifred is just so.
Yeah. I think
Yeah.
Sif has like 1200 health or something. If I put it
Mhm.
on, it's ridiculous. Yeah. What am I? Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Sif just has one of everything. Also.
Yeah. Yeah, Sif just has so much more than everyone else. It's fascinating.
It also means
Um,
just using paper moves is the most effective because I
Yeah.
can get jackpot like in one turn.
Yeah. That's interesting.
You pick it up. You got the sharpening stone. You put it in your pocket. Yes. Oh, tonic.
Gotta get that tonic.
Gotta get the tonic. I'm not gonna do this.
The other thing about Pokemon Omega Ruby
Mhm.
is the thing I was saying is, the joke is too much water,
Yeah.
I think that Ruby for sure has too much water. Omega Ruby.
Really?
Omega
Oh,
Ruby
I see what you mean. I see what you mean.
has made changes that make water less annoying across the region that helps it feel like it's not overwhelming and annoying. Because that's really the thing that people are talking about when they say too much water, is water tiles in Pokemon are annoying. They're not really as annoying in Omega Ruby. I think the spawn rate has been reduced
Fucking
to recognize
Ghost.
how big it is. But also, like, there's a bunch of little quality of life things that make it easier.
Don't you surf in that game?
Yeah. Well, no, that's
That
the
was-
game where... No, you're thinking of, I think, Let's Go Pikachu, where you are on a literal surfboard.
No, I
Omega
think I'm
Ruby's-
thinking of Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon.
Oh, that's
actually.
probably true. Omega
Yeah.
Ruby is still HMs. And it's
Oh.
that Gen 6 is the last gen with HMs. And I guess,
Wow.
like, part of the reason it compels me in that way is, like, I think HMs were a very fun part of the game. I think it's probably better they're not in the game now because you can have a full team,
Yeah.
and not, like, be. But there's something about it that feels very Pokemon in a way that few things don't necessarily have that same feel. but it's manages to strike that balance of it has that old Pokemon feel for me with kind of some of those old ways, with a lot of quality of life updates that make it much better than like the original games. Not to mention, I do think that probably until Scarlet and Violet, I do think that region is the most fun to explore. Scarlet and Violet obviously is open world, which makes it just like really cool and interesting, and I think that that's a well-designed map, even though its performance is terrible. Hoenn manages to like be very really manages to have that element of like every place feels different in an interesting way. Like you can really tell that, you know, Kanto and Johto, you get to a town and a town is a town, you know?
Town sure is a town.
Like they don't feel meaningfully different, right? It might be a port town, it might be a town that has the safari zone in it. Like they are different, but they don't feel different. Hoenn, it's like you go to Fortree, the treehouse town.
Yeah.
Or you go to Sutopolis,
one of my favorite towns.
The town where you go underwater to get there, or the like town that's completely on wooden boards that you don't even have to go to. Like that's just if you choose to end up there, you know.
Yeah. Wait, can you
these
just
places,
skip that town?
Yeah, you can just skip that town.
Wow.
There's a town in Hoenn that you just can skip.
I know the one you're talking about.
And so it feels really cool when you kind of stumble upon it, or when you're like, oh right, this is here, you know? And it has that feel to it where everything kind of feels different, right? The place that has the spaceship in it does feel distinct. There's like a town that has like their version of NASA or whatever. It features heavily in the Delta episode where you catch Deoxys, which was the reason I had to replay through like a movie. Moss Deep is that city, but it's everywhere in that region feels different, and I think that they've done a good job of spreading out the towns in a way that feels intentional. I think that's something that some Pokemon games do, is like they'll have like towns be the same distance apart. Hoenn varies that. It's hard to get from Mauville to Fortree. You're like that game's easy. Yes,
Fortree's
but like
bird one, right?
Yeah, but like the length from going from Mauville to Fortree.
I remember.
It's like the length of like 3 normal routes. Like it's long, you know? Yeah. And so I think to me it's like it's still, because I think Pokemon is so like, to me I want a Pokemon game to feel like a Pokemon game, but I don't want it to feel like I'm playing Gen 1 again, you know? I don't want it to feel like it's doing the same thing that it always does. And I think Hoenn for me strikes that, or Omega Ruby for me strikes that balance, because it manages to be like, we have particular intentions in how we want this to feel different from, like, you know, Pokemon Red. Because they wanted Ruby to feel different from Red. And because they're trying to strike that balance of new and old, it works really well for me. It doesn't hurt that Hoenn's my favorite gen, but like, and was the first gen that I played. But like, I can look at the second gen that I played, which I had a lot of affinity for in Sinnoh, and recognize that those games are not particularly good. And I think that Brilliant and Diamond and Shining Pearl has made that kind of the majority opinion. But if you go back and play, but before those games came out, people were like, oh yeah, Sinnoh, it's super interesting and has that, like, you know, so much interesting stuff about it. And as it turns out, to me, it's like, it's very slow. Everything in that region is incredibly slow. And this is both in the original and in Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, where it just feels very slow. Nothing feels Um, it just, yeah, everything feels like it's moving really slow. It's fairly dull. It's hard to get through that, which is how I feel about some of those games in general. I know I am a noted, maybe I'm not on the stream, but I am a noted Gen 8 hater, and I do feel that way about the Gen 8 games. Those games, that was playing through Gen 8 and playing through the Gen 8 DLCs and everything there was the closest I came to being like, I give up, because it was so boring, and I was so tired of it. My Pokemon in that generation were under-leveled because I did not want to do any more battles.
Gen 8 is Sword and Shield?
Sword and Shield, yeah. I don't know why that gen specifically doesn't work for me beyond the specific, kind of obvious things of I think the sports gimmick doesn't work for me because I'm not a huge sports person, and Pokemon was already sports, so why does it need to be sports more? That's not a gimmick. That's not because I guess I'll expand on that. One of the fun things to me about different gens of Pokemon, especially post Gen 4, I think, like Gen 5 and onward, is every generation they're always like, in this world, in this region, the Pokemon League is like this, right? In Gen 5, the Pokemon League is like, your gym leaders are local leaders. They are important figures in their community. Gen 6 kind of goes with that too, right? Gen 7 is like the whole captains thing and the totem Pokemon thing. Gen 8, it's like, they are sports celebrities, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, well, they kind of already were. So, and then the one that I like the most, of course, is Gen 9, which is this is everyone's side gig. They all have a main job, and being gym leaders is their second job, which I think is hilarious. But, anyway, this is like my particular feelings about the series, but I do think that, I don't know, something about Omega Ruby really worked for me in a way that, like, because I also played through some of Y again, and Y did not work for me the same way. Partially because I think Kalos was too, obviously Omega Ruby is also trying to go off of nostalgia, but Omega Ruby's pitch is, this is nostalgia. This part of this is nostalgia, and part of this is we're updating it, right? Gen 6 was, we're doing a whole new region, but it's all about Kanto, If you look at, like, the new... Kalos has the shortest list of new Pokemon, first of all, of any generation of Pokemon, because a lot of what they did was make Mega Evolutions for, notably, not a lot of Gen 6 Pokemon. Mostly Gen 1 Pokemon. And then some of other gens, but, like, most Mega Evolutions are Gen 1. And, like, the Gen 1 starters got Mega Evolutions, Charizard got 2. Gen 6 starters did not get any Mega Evolutions. And, like, there's so much in that generation that feels like they're like, yeah, we want to do this whole unique thing, we want to talk, we want to do this whole thing of, like, France, and, we're talking about fascism and all of this stuff, but it's so nothing that it's, like, kind of dull, Not that Pokemon games are necessarily known for their storytelling, but it just can't create an effective vibe without it trying to be like, it has that like Rise of Skywalker effect for me, of we tried to do something new in the last installment in the series, in that case Gen 5, which I think a lot of people forget. Gen 5 was extremely hated when it came out. People did not like Gen 5.
I'll never forget that.
Yeah, there's been kind of a Star Wars prequel style re-evaluation, done, where now people are like, oh, I love Gen 5, I always loved Gen 5, and you're like, no, you fucking didn't. You were out here, and it's the same that people are like, yeah, it's such a shame what the fandom did to Hayden Christensen, and it's like, buddy, that was you were there. You know, you did that. You made the memes of him being similar to Edward from Twilight, and you know all of this stuff, and being stupid and weird, and all of this stuff, right? Like, there's been this kind of rewriting of history to say, actually, we think those things are good now, which means we always thought they were good.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Gen 6, you can really feel that they're in the aftermath of a gen that got a lot of hate. Um, they feel the need to be like, no, 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 it's still the same Pokemon you loved from when you were 7. And I'm like, but what if you're 7 now? You know? Like, who cares? Um, and I think it just, like, can't strike that balance in the way that, like, other games have, you know? Um, anyway, suffice to say, that's my thoughts on what's the best Pokemon games. Quality of life updates are good, are really good. That's the other thing that I'll note. Quality of life updates in Pokemon gen to gen, holy shit, they matter so much. And, like, God, it sucks to not have some of them in earlier generations. I went back to play Crystal, and I was like dying. Because that's the only way you can get Celebi, is by playing through the eShop, the Nintendo 3DS eShop version of Crystal. You can no longer buy. There is currently no way to get Celebi, unless you had already downloaded it. No, that don't work. That does not work. It's only the 3DS eShop version. It's like this is why this process took me so long, because I had to plan this shit out in advance, right? I had to download the things I needed to download. But anyway, I played through Crystal, and boy, you know, that game, I'm sure, is so much fun when you are 12 and have no responsibilities, and you can just sit there and play Pokemon for like 5 hours, you know? And yeah, when I played Gen 3, they were great to play that way. I got a job. I got a place that I'm moving into, you know? I just don't have time for it anymore, and well, I think that quality of life updates had made it possible to really play both ways of you are the person who wants to spend, you know, dozens or hundreds of hours on a game, or you are the person who's living out in the world, who has a job and, you know, responsibilities that you need to keep to. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, products released after backlashes where they want to reassure everyone, you know, we're never trying anything new ever again. Just have a special place in my heart of hate. I just hate them so aggressively, you know? Even when I think that the thing before wasn't necessarily great.
Sorry, I don't know if you read that.
Wait, what?
Sif was like, you know, everyone's gonna like run into each other again. And so you take a breath in, and then it's like ... What a rush, cause like you brush against everybody briefly.
That's great.
This child, there's not a child. Sif is an adult. This person,
I know,
is so touch starved. Oh my god.
It's so
Sorry, go
good.
on.
Anyway, yeah, no, I was just talking about things released after backlashes that are like, we will never try anything new again. They just hurt me. They just sad. They just make me sad.
Sif is now level 66. I learned regenerate.
That's great.
What is that?
Does Sif now heal too? Sif can do anything?
Oh my god, wait. For every 3 turns, a family member regenerates 10% of HP every turn.
Cool.
Cool. For 3 turns, a family member regenerates 10. So 30% health, but over 3 turns. And it has a 5-turn cooldown. It's pretty good.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Yeah, Sif just is learning all the moves.
Yeah. Anyway, thank you for letting me go on my big rant about
Yeah.
Pokemon and stuff. Um, you know, it's it's fun, honestly. It's one of the things that I will say about the process of doing something like that requires you to go through so many games and stuff. Is it's really fun to go to like have to seek these things out, you know? Like, yes, on the one hand, yes, it's annoying to have to play through a whole game for like one new Pokemon, you know? But also like
Hmm.
it does feel like you're really, it does feel like you've really earned it, you know? This is why it kind of doesn't bother me that I'm missing like one Pokemon that it's not possible to get. It does bother me, but it's like it's not like I feel like I fucked up because it's like there's nothing I can do about that. I've done all I can, you know.
Hmm.
Um, and I put effort into it, and it's worked out overall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this isn't even the end. There's more.
Oh, there's always more. And I feel like the other part of it now is I'm like, every time there's a new game, I'm like, okay, I gotta get everything. If it's like thankfully ZA is not a like, there are two distinct versions with different Pokemon available. Because the next time that happens, I'm gonna have to be like, first week, like, who can I trade for the other versions for? Fuck, who can I trade with? Because one of the things you start to realize when you start doing this is, hey, there's no one trading anymore in Sword and Shield in terms of the, like, things that you're looking for. You get a few of them through, like, even in Scarlet and Violet at this point, for a lot of them, there were these, like, community link codes that you would enter in that were, known to a lot of people. And fairly early on in the game's life, that was how you would trade. But now it's like, you basically have to use Pokemon Home. And that's some things you just can't trade for in Pokemon Home because of Pokemon Home's
Really?
specific weird rules. Well, because it's a lot easier to hack in Pokemon into Pokemon Home,
Oh.
and so they've basically been like no mythical, like for like, unless you're trading between friends, you can't trade mythicals, you can't trade
Wow.
like event exclusive Pokemon. There's like a whole list of things that you like can't trade for. Um, and so it's one of those things where it's like, you know, I now I have the upkeep of this weird collection that I've made of all the Pokemon, where I'm like, listen, I gotta keep up with it, you know? And I don't mind that so much. I'm always gonna be a fan of Pokemon. I am autistic, and it is my, one of my special interests. Like, I'm never gonna be,
Bored.
like, I'm done with this and I never want to play a Pokemon game again, you know?
Shoot, do I not have the
Regardless of
right?
my particular beefs with Nintendo, of which there are always many, um, I'm never gonna be able to be, like, fully, like, yeah, I don't care about this thing at all. Um, you know, I could choose to not play it, but I will still care about it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Where am I supposed to
yeah,
go? Do I need to go through? I guess I need to go through the door I didn't go through.
probably.
Shoot.
Wee.
We. I was letting everything. Come on, there we go.
You've been making moves.
Been making moves. Mostly, I've just been letting everything hit me because I want that good juice. Um,
What juice do you get from things hitting you?
the guy juice.
Blood?
Yeah.
You want blood?
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. You know what? You're allowed to want whatever you want, you know?
So valid. Um, no, I just forgot that this was not just a bonus thing. Are any of these things new?
This is just a bonus thing. You don't need anything from here to progress.
I know. Well, I needed a key in the previous room.
Sure. This one I don't think so.
This one
I think
you
we
don't.
just need to get to the king because we are nearly. Yeah, we're nearly at the act 4, I think, or whatever act we're on.
How many
Act
acts
3,
do we
act
have?
4, whatever. There are apparently 6 acts in this game.
Whew,
But most of the later ones are not very compared to.
Right. It's an anti-Homestuck.
It's an anti-Homestuck, exactly.
We all understand.
In
We
Stars
all
of Time is
agree.
the anti-Homestuck. A statement by Claire with no context needed.
I have contacts.
No, I just mean no. You know, you're saying it's bad in every way.
Right. Yes.
It is the anti-Homestuck in it.
Yeah.
In every way.
Mm-hmm.
Claire, you are of course the expert on Homestuck.
Yes,
here.
a thing I've read
It.
definitely more than once.
Well, you know, you're an expert because you've read it once. Has anyone read Homestuck more than once?
I am positive.
It just
I
feels
bet
very
there's a
long.
person who's only ever read Homestuck.
I tried to read it once because I think sometimes it's important to read things that are culturally relevant. Could not do it. Just
I did it during lockdown.
It's a pretty good time to do it, probably. Yeah.
Yeah. It really killed some time there.
Oh yeah, it'll do that. It'll do that. I think during lockdown is when I started this whole Pokemon journey.
Oh my god. Whew.
Yeah. So, you know. Yeah, we should probably take a break in a moment.
Yeah. I was hoping I could get through this door before.
We'll see. We'll see how long these battles take. But we are
just do this
rapidly. Yeah. We should probably
speed it up a little bit. Okay, and I know it's down. Yeah. Sorry, we'll never know what's up. Actually, we do know what's up, don't we? It's the astronomy room, right? No, we've never gone up. Never mind.
No, we've never gone up.
We've never gone up. I bet you that's where all the passwords are for like
everything.
All the like hidden doors and whatnot.
I bet it's nothing. I bet it's just
You bet it's nothing?
Yeah, that's my guess. I just think that's funnier. And so I think they would do that.
Funnier.
This game wants you to loop, you know? They will set up dead ends.
It's true.
Alright.
This game does love loop.
Shall we... Let's take a break now.
Yeah?
Yep. Claire?
I know.
Claire, we have 2 minutes.
Yeah, we have lots of time.
Claire, we don't have time. We gotta take a break.
Lots of time.
We do not.
We have so much time. Okay, fine.
We need to take a break.
Okay. We'll be right back.
We'll be back.